They say some tapes should never be watched, but what if one found you instead? In 1997, a university student named Caleb found an unmarked VHS tape at a flea market outside Pittsburgh. The label was peeled off, no cover, just the word "play" scribbled in red Sharpie. Caleb, a film major, assumed it was someone's experimental project. He brought it back to his dorm room out of curiosity. That night, he inserted the tape into his old VCR. The screen flickered. Then, a static-filled shot of a forest. No sound. A figure, barely visible, standing motionless between the trees. He rewound and played it again. But now the figure was closer. No cuts, no edits. Just one continuous analog recording that somehow changed. Over the next few days, Caleb began having vivid dreams. Always the same woods. Always the figure, closer each time. Always silent. The tape began acting strangely. When paused, the screen would show things that weren't in the footage before, like faces hiding behind trees, or brief flashes of words in the static. Don't rewind. Caleb mentioned it to a few friends. Most laughed it off. One friend, Chris, asked to borrow the tape. A week later, Chris went missing. His car was found abandoned at the edge of the Allegheny forest, and 2 days later, the tape returned to Caleb's dorm. In a padded envelope. No return address, no note. After Chris disappeared, Caleb started to unravel. He couldn't sleep. He said he heard footsteps in his dorm at night, though the door was always locked. Sometimes he'd wake up to find his desk lamp turned on, or his VCR ejecting the tape on its own. Desperate to understand what was happening, Caleb set up a camcorder to record himself sleeping. He just wanted proof, or peace of mind. This story isn't over. After the break, the terrifying truth caught on tape. For 3 nights, nothing happened, but on the 4th, something changed. At exactly 3:13 a.m., the camcorder footage glitched. The power cut for exactly 12 seconds. But when Caleb stepped through the frames, there it was. A blurred figure. Himself, standing motionless over his own bed. The timestamp matched the blackout, and it repeated. Every night at 3:13 a.m. Same 12 seconds, same figure. Except each night he was standing closer. Caleb contacted a local film archivist who examined the tape and said, "This isn't a standard VHS format. It uses timing codes we've never seen before." The tape was analog, but something inside it wasn't. Caleb vanished 6 months later. Some say he joined a cult obsessed with analog tech and resonant frequencies. Others say he became part of the tape. Today, copies of the tape occasionally surface online, usually on eBay. The listing never stays up for more than an hour, and anyone who wins never leaves feedback. So the question is, if you found a tape that simply said play, would you? Thank you for watching Midnight Parables, where shadows speak and stories never end. Subscribe for more tales that blur the line between myth and memory.